Yeah, so VAR deemed the contact to have been sufficient inside the penalty area. The reason why I was laughing is because you said we were talking about strikers going down easily, and Righty had actually said that Trossard was going, was hurdling
yes.
when perhaps he should have.
It's one of those, yeah, but again, you see, when you look at Lewis Skelly's one there and the way that he went down, you know as a player now, if you're playing, you go down, they're going to have a look. And what we've seen at the standard of they could give that, and we saw that there, could give that. Just like the start of the game, that tackle on Wanyeri, you're thinking to yourself, that's a red card. Now, I don't see them saying about, the danger in that challenge. I don't see anything like that. When you look at this challenge, you're thinking to yourself, they can look at that penalty and say all that rules with the fancy words and stuff. But look at this challenge. Over the ball, endangering an opponent. And so what are they going to say about that not being a red card? It's just it's pathetic, the inconsistency.
Leon?
Yeah, I can see his frustration. I didn't think it was quite a red card. I'm surprised it wasn't a yellow card. I will say that. I was surprised it wasn't a yellow card.
Do you think he endangered him with the way he went in?
It was definitely aggressive. He missed the ball. A couple of minutes into the game of your first start for 2 years, nearly enough for Patterson. Maybe the referee gave him the benefit of the doubt in that one. That doesn't help Ranieri in a situation when he's out of probably a yellow card. But yeah, it was frustration for both sets of players today. They tried. They weren't good enough to unlock the opposition. Defences were on top, and when they weren't, it was poor at the top end of the field. Neither team could find the right pass. They were sloppy at times, giving goals away. So, yeah, a level of frustration all round.
So we showed you the incident, Miles Lewis Skelly versus Harrison. That led to the penalty. Let's show you the actual spot kick now from Iliman Ndiaye. And he sent Raya the wrong way.
Yeah, really good penalty. I can't pretend I wasn't a little bit nervous as he was standing over it, but he's been quite assured. He's putting them in corners, sending keepers the wrong way. He goes early, Raya, doesn't he?
Yeah, when you look, I saw something the other day with David Raya on the penalties, and he seems to be taking this massive leap to one side, which is almost like giving the penalty taker, if we saw it, it's giving the penalty taker so much time to say, well, he's definitely going that way. I've seen him penalties being taken against him recently, where he's continually going the wrong way, and I think that he's I don't know, his form in trying to save him I think it's wrong, simply because he's going so far, he's making such a commitment to that side.
He's giving himself a really good chance of saving it that side, but he's given up the centre.
He's giving it up because, when especially if you've got a longer run up, you can actually see him when you're like a yard off away from the ball before you watch him. Look, he's gone. It's Ndiaye, he's like, look, he's gone.
Outside the goal frame, doesn't
he's
he?
actually not kicked the ball yet, and David Raya has taken 2 steps to his right. That's going to give you. You're going to see that when you're running up. You can see he's committed to that side, and that's the only thing I look at and worries me with the penalties being taken against us at the minute.
Now we have a little clip here because you were confused when the penalty was awarded. You seem to think it was the yeah and the no. Yeah. So reaction from Ian Wright then. Let's hear reaction from Leandro Trossard, who scored Arsenal's goal. Here he is.
Leandro, how do you see the point you've taken here today?
I think it's a tough one because I think in general we played well, but it's just how we started the second half wasn't good enough, how we conceded that penalty, and then it's a really tough place to come and to score that first goal and go in front is good, but then you have to put the game to bed, and that's what we lacked today.
It looked like a really physical battle out there. How did you find it?
Yeah, for sure. I think always when you come to this place, it's a physical battle. It's their strength as well, and I felt like the second half we played too much into their game instead of playing ours, and I think that's what we lacked.
You took your goal well, though. It must feel good to get back on the score sheet, and you had an opportunity to get a second in the second half. Was that the frustration that you just couldn't find that second goal?
Yeah, it was. It's always nice to be on the score sheet, of course.